with the gifts that they were given, were determined to leave more. Battles fought together, acts of conscience fought alone. These are the seeds from which America has grown. Let them say of me, I was one who believed in sharing the blessings that I received. Let me know in my heart when my days are through. America, America, I gave my best to you. For those who think they have nothing to share, who fear in their hearts there is no hero there, know each quiet act of dignity is that which fortifies the soul of a nation that will never die. Let them say of me, I was one who believed in sharing the blessings I received. Let me know in my heart when my days are through. America, America, I gave my best to you. America, I gave my best to you.
Veterans are important to honor because they step up to a job that most people are afraid to, and they fight for our freedom.
We as students at Sehome need to honor our veterans because it's important and they fought for our rights and our freedom, and we should honor them because, you know, that's a really honorable and admirable sacrifice. And, you know, they didn't, some of them went because they didn't, they wanted to, others chose to go, and some just got drafted, but it's still important. And I love and I respect all our veterans, and it's important to be respectful.
So I think that Veterans Day is really important to celebrate because the veterans and all the people who have fought for our country felt so passionate about our country that they had to go out there and risk their own lives to help protect us. So we really need to honor them because they put themselves forward when a lot of us can't, or we don't want to, or don't feel as passionate as they do. And it's really, you know, important that we respect them and show how important.
I guess not only as students we should honor these people that have fought and died for our country, and the ones who are still left and they're scarred for life. We need to remember what they did, because without their sacrifice and the hardships that they've taken, they've allowed us to become what we are today and allow us to do what we're able to do freely and independently.
It's important to recognize veterans because they do a lot for our country, and specifically to Sehome because they are overseas fighting for us, and there are people at Sehome that either will join or
have family members that are joining in. We should just do our best to honor them.
All right. So, in your own words, can you tell me why honoring veterans is important to the community and you especially?
You want to go first, Paul?
I want to go first. Well, the one, I considered it a privilege to have served my country, and I didn't particularly care for the fact that I was in Vietnam because I didn't actually believe why we were there. But you had orders, you had to go, and you had to do what you were required to do. But the idea that looking back as to my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my dad, and people step forward and a little bit of their life, just a little small period of time, to be available when needed. And some of us were needed during wartime, and some of us went during peacetime. But it's just the idea of always having a ready force in case we need some help somewhere around the world, because it seems like we're always bailing out or being the Lone Ranger for the rest of the entire world. And to honor those people that have served, and also to set an example for some of the younger folks that if you don't know what to do, you're not quite sure, you're tired of school, anything else, well, you know, you can look at the military and figure out, do I want to give a couple of my years of my life to learn a profession, learn a trade, and then go back into society with with a little more knowledge than what you started with.
And I guess, why did I get in the American Legion? I guess it was a certain amount of camaraderie you build with people when you're in the military, and there's an organization that's active, like Bellingham has been, with 800 members, and a chance to reach out to veterans or their kids or things like that. My pet peeve is Boy State. I come over here and visit with Martha, or I go to Bellingham High School or Squalicum and encourage kids to learn about the Constitution, the government, and all that sort of thing, so that you can make informed decisions when the time comes. So everybody joins for a different reason, but I think the main reason is no matter what the common theme among all of us, we've served at some point in our life, and there's a certain camaraderie and service that you want to provide veterans. So it's kind of what brings everybody together.
Thanks. All right, and
Yeah.
one last question. So how do you think that we should go about honoring veterans? Like, how do you think that is best done?
Very cool.
I think the idea is to, in the school system is the first place you start, is to mention the fact that there are veterans. I mean, when you study history, you study battles. You study, it's been part of our life ever since creation. It seems like somebody's at war. And during that time, what we did to become free is starting with the Revolutionary War, and the fact that people believed in something enough that they could give their lives, and the best way is to remember them.
And that's one thing people always, I think, forget about. A veteran is a veteran, but the ones that always get the most notoriety, obviously, are World War I or World War II veterans, because we fought a major war. But there is veterans from Vietnam, there's veterans from the Gulf War, there's veterans from Afghanistan, and they're all veterans. Even though you may not understand that particular war that you're in, you're still a veteran. You're placed in a uniform, and I think it's important to honor all veterans from all wars, even though we may not agree with what they had to do, but someone had to do it, and they were the unfortunate ones in some cases that had to give their life for something that maybe not all of us believed in. But it's certainly nice to recognize those people that, they all didn't have a choice of where they were stationed at or where they were assigned to, but they were still veterans, and they did their service, and it's honorable to recognize those people for what they did.
Remember the local men and women that have served in the past and serve in the present. And it's just a way that when I greet people that come into the office is, one, thank you for your service, welcome home, and to remind them they're not alone.
America, America. America.